You ever had a teacher with literally no common sense? My math teacher, Mrs. Chandler, was convinced I was cheating because I solved problems differently than everyone else. Not wrong answers, different methods. During our algebra unit, I'd use shortcuts I learned from my engineer dad. While other kids did 5 steps, I'd skip to the answer in 2. Mrs. Chandler would mark them wrong, even when the final answer was correct. "Show your work the way I taught you," she'd demand, crossing out my solutions with red ink like they were crimes against mathematics. I tried explaining my method once. She cut me off mid-sentence. I didn't ask for creativity, I asked for the curriculum. The harassment escalated daily. She'd hover over my desk during tests, watching for signs of cheating. When I'd finish early, she'd make me sit there for the full period, claiming I rushed through without thinking. Other students started noticing. "Why does she hate you?" my friend Jake whispered during class. "Your answers are always right." Mrs. Chandler overheard and snapped. "Correct answers don't excuse improper methodology." Things got worse when I aced a pop quiz in 12 minutes. Mrs. Chandler announced to the entire class that suspicious test-taking behavior would result in automatic zeros. Everyone knew she meant me. She started giving me different versions of tests, convinced I was somehow getting answers in advance. When those didn't trip me up, she accused me of using a calculator during mental math portions. The breaking point came during our unit test on quadratic equations. I finished in 15 minutes while everyone else needed the full hour. Mrs. Chandler immediately accused me of having answers written on my desk and made me retake it at lunch under her supervision. Same result. 15 minutes, perfect score, different method. She called my parents that evening. "Your son is disrupting my classroom with his behavior," she told my dad over speakerphone. "No student can legitimately solve problems that quickly without cheating. I'm considering having him tested for learning disabilities." My dad, an engineer who taught me these shortcuts, requested an immediate meeting. The next day, Mrs. Chandler sat across from my parents in the principal's office, armed with examples of my problematic work. She spread out my tests like evidence at a crime scene. "Look at these shortcuts," she said smugly to the principal. "This isn't how mathematics should be taught. Students need to follow proper procedures, not make up their own rules. What happens when he gets to calculus and doesn't understand foundational concepts?" My dad examined my work silently while she continued her presentation. The principal leaned forward, clearly interested in the discussion. "Furthermore," Mrs. Chandler added, "allowing this behavior sets a dangerous precedent for other students. They'll think they can just ignore my teaching methods." My dad finally looked up. "Mrs.